an NBA superstar that all of you guys know stole my chick. All right, I really wasn't gonna name drop, but Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks, number 7, I think. What's up, bro?
It's my first day out of YouTube prison, and the first thing I see upon being released is dudes giving a play-by-play and a breakdown about their girl getting took. What in the world has been going on? Let's get back into it, man, because the streets done eating.
So this is the story of how an NBA superstar, yeah, you heard that shit right, an NBA superstar that all of you guys know stole my chick. All right, I really wasn't gonna name drop, but Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks, number 7, I think. What's up, bro? So you guys are gonna want to pay attention because this is kind of a
You could tell he kind of liked that. He like Melo. That boy dropped 62 in Madison Square Garden. I don't blame him.
So one of the nights that I was bouncing, right, back in the days, it was a Friday night. And as you guys know, Friday nights are never as good as Saturday nights, right? But Friday nights still get popping once in a while. So I was there, you know what I'm saying, working my security job, doing my thing. And in walks this girl who's about like 5'2", dark, very dark, curly hair, Latina, you know what I'm saying, slim thick, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, bro. That slim thick, pretty young thing. And she was very young too, right? She was like barely 21. Like I was doubting whether or not she was 21, but the bouncer had let her in. The guy at the front door had let her in. So I was like, okay, she's got to be 21.
Y'all need to be wary of that. Just because the bouncer let her in don't mean that ID is legible and not fake. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let that ID and her getting in the club. There have been plenty of times I done been in the club and they done busted some people with fake IDs. So definitely don't want to go off of that
right? But she was a bad chick, bro. I'm talking about she would turn heads when she would walk. You know what I'm saying? That dark curly hair, 5'2" max. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 140 maybe. But she was slim thick, bro. Slim thick as hell. And she had guys coming up to her the whole night, right? Because I was kind of keeping my eye on her and shit. So I realized that she had guys coming up to her the whole night. And I realized that she was waving all of them off, right? Like she wouldn't entertain anyone. She wouldn't talk to them. She wouldn't want to dance with no one. And when I saw that shit, I was like, yeah, I'm interested. I'm highly interested, right? Because I like exclusive shit, bro. All them women that talk to all the dudes and smile at everybody and go out and dance with everybody, that's not my type of woman, right? I was interested in this chick, right? Apart from the fact that she was...
That's not about to turn me on. I don't know. I get turned on by intellect and stuff like that. I don't care if she's rejecting everybody or not rejecting everybody. What she's doing in her personal endeavors in that way is not going to turn my head the other way. Because you could be rejecting somebody tonight and you could be for the whole team the other night. So one night ain't enough for me anyway. So that type of observation, don't let that be the barometer on whether or not you're going to choose her. Trust me.
Probably like a 10, bro. A straight 10. Beautiful as fuck. But she was turning down the guys. So that kind of piqued my interest. I was like, you know what? I'm curious to know if she's going to turn me down, right? Because I was very confident, right, that I was going to have success. So the night is progressing. She's turning down dudes. And
I ain't gonna lie, that ego checking like he just did right there. I see this girl rejecting all these guys and I want to go see if I can get in there. That's how you get your balls chopped off. You might as well just work security like you supposed to. What you peeping for anyway? You supposed to be securing the door. This is why you can't trust security guards no more, because they don't be securing nothing no more. Plotting on Punani and whatnot.
I start keeping my eye on her, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of want to let her know, listen, I see that you're there. I'm looking at you. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of testing her eye contact a little bit. She looks at me like once or twice, you know what I'm saying? But nothing serious. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to make an approach. I'm going to just keep it G, keep it play, right? And as I go to the bathroom and I'm walking out, she's actually walking towards the bathroom. So we're walking towards each other, right? And as we're walking towards each other, I make sure to give her eye contact, and then I look her down, up. It was like a 3 to 4 second eye contact stare, right? And she looks at me like down to up, right? So
down to up, down to up. Hey, that mean you in there, boss. And that's the thing. I don't know what type of signals guys be looking for, but down, up, you know how niggas perceiving that in the wrong place, that you trying to G-check somebody. I don't think no girl gonna see no up and down and think, oh, that's my guy. And if y'all do it at the same time, that don't mean it's a Cinderella story. Y'all gotta stop reaching, man. Stop.
I know that she knows that I'm looking at her because she let me know that she was looking at me. And at that point, I already told myself, okay, when she comes out the bathroom, I'm going to say something to her, right? because I see all these dudes having no success. And since I'm super confident, I was like, bro, she's gonna dig it, bro. She's gonna be with it. So I wait till she got out of the bathroom. And then when she comes out the bathroom, as she's walking towards me, I walk towards her and say, hey, if you keep looking at me like that, we're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you keep looking at me like that, we're going
He really thought that was hidden for a check too. Let's do a test real quick. Let me know, ladies, if a guy comes up to you like that and he says that, are you going for that? Or is that hidden for a check, or is that line patched? I don't know about that one.
to have a
I don't
problem.
know about that one.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I opened with. And we had a little conversation and shit. And I managed to get her number, right? At this point, I'm feeling kind of pumped. I'm excited because I'm not going to lie, bro. This chick was bad as fuck. And she was young as fuck. Like, she was like barely 21. Like, and that's when these chicks be looking their best. So she was like prime time, baby. Hair on point, body on point, slim.
She might be in her prime, like physically about this age. I know it's legal, but it's still on the younger side of legal. And let me tell you something about those girls that are legal on that side, is that the maturity mentally is not going to be there. Like, I see what you're saying, though. She look young, she look good, but you got to understand that they not locking down shit. That's like college age. They not getting no husband, no none of that. They finna cut your balls off. Go ahead, let that go now.
Thick as fuck, bro. Just perfect. And that's like my type. You know what I'm saying? Like darker, a little darker skin than me. I like them darker than me and slim, thick like that too. And Latina and the curly hair and shit. So I was like, yeah, this bitch is my type. I'm going to see what's up with her. So during the week, I start kind of texting her, right? And she's like non-responsive. She's not really paying attention to my texts and shit. So that's when I tell myself, you know what? I'm going to just let this shit go, man. Because at the end of the day, if she's not really replying to me, she ain't with it. And that's what I tell a lot of guys is if she's not replying to your text, bro, she sees it. She's just not with it, right? But she would reply. She would just reply like 8 hours later or maybe
8 hours later is not a response in the Big Reaper's book. Don't even try to virtue signal and act like you got some type of response. After that first 8 hour gap, you should have went ahead and got up out of there, because that's showing you right there, dog, you're not that guy in her eyes. You would rather just push that to the side, despite how bad she is, to set yourself up for what you about to set yourself up for. You gotta read into it and accept it, man.
maybe I text her in the nighttime and she would reply to me the next day. She was probably getting her back blown out or some shit, right? I already know the game, so I don't really entertain it too much. I think I had like
And I don't mean to keep pausing, but that's not the game. Just because a girl just doesn't decide to respond to you, especially if she's single and she has no attachment to you, doesn't mean she's getting her back blown out. It could just simply be because you're not that guy. But you'll never hear these red pill guys say, I'm not that guy. It's either Zeus or Mephisto. It's always an excuse. Maybe it's just not him, man. Maybe.
conversations with her over that week. But then I told myself, yeah, she's not really invested in the conversation. I could tell because her responses, she's not interested. So I'm like, yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna just let this shit go, right? So next week she pulls up on a Friday again. So I'm like, damn, bro, this chick is here because of me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm automatically thinking like, all right, this chick pulled up because of me. Because I'm not gonna lie, that shit would happen a lot when these.
Don't ever do that again in your damn life. How did you go from not getting a response for 8 hours being left on red to she came for you? That's a Michael Jordan Space Jam dunk stretch, my boy. That's you shooting beyond Curry range. You shooting full court jump shots at this point, my boy. You're not even inbounding the ball. The ref hands you the ball, you just chunking that bitch up. Just stop, bro. No way in the world you jumping to that conclusion, bro. She ain't come there for you. What you doing?
Chicks would literally just pull up a second time so I could pick them up again. I'm just being real, bro. I'm not even trying to be cocky. That's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, she's coming here because she wants to see me. You know what I'm saying? And she just wants me to holler at her type shit. Because she was turning down a bunch of dudes. So whatever. I didn't pay her much attention, right? Because she had been kind of ignoring my texts almost. So I just didn't pay her too much attention. And then I managed to say like hi to her as the night was ending, right? And then we ended up talking for like a very little bit. And she ended up like just propping up and giving me a kiss on the cheek, right? And at this point, I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm that dude. Like, this shit is all me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already like thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna just.
I don't know about that. A cheek kiss ain't enough for the Big Reaper. That could be a friend gesture. There's a lot of fat guys that girls don't want that they'll kiss on the cheek. You ain't never seen a movie like that before, nigga? That nigga Shrek was getting kisses on the cheek before he became the king or whatever the hell he became in that goddamn movie.
I'm gonna just get at her, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as I get off work, like 4:30 in the morning, I hit her up and shit, but she don't reply to the next day, right? I feel like she was probably getting her back blown out by somebody afterwards or some shit. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna entertain this shit no more.
Man, what dude bent your girl over? I mean, how long is it before you say she's running errands, she has a life, or is it just like an hour and beyond she's getting her back blown out? You red pillars got to stop doing this to y'all brain. This can't be a good way to live. Because the Big Reaper, I'm not thinking that. If I don't get a response in 8 hours, I'm like, she don't want me, and I'll leave it alone. I'm not going to assume she's getting her back blown out because she don't want me. I'm not that guy if that's the case.
Cause this bitch thinks I'm stupid. You know what? Like, she was playing with me. Like, she wanted to keep me like engaged in the situation, but she probably has situations going on. So I already pieced it together, right? Next week, she pulls up again, but this time she pulls up on a Saturday, and it's popping, bro. Saturday's popping. This shit is like lit as fuck. A bunch of people. So she pulls up, and I'm like, yeah, bro, this is gonna be the time. Third time is the charm. I'm already feeling like this is the time where I'm just gonna get in my groove and shit. So everything's going great, you know.
This the third time. If we're going to make a basketball comparisons, you had 3 full games to make a play. You ain't got no triple-double. You ain't recorded 5 rebounds. You have no stats on the stat sheet. You a DNP ass nigga right now. You've done nothing. I mean, isn't 3 opportunities enough, or am I stretching? I mean, after the first one, I would have been out of there. You are waiting. You want this, don't you? You want that. You want it. So don't even play it off later.
You know what I'm saying? I say what's up to her. You know what I'm saying? She's smiling at me and she's touching on me a little bit and shit, and I'm feeling myself. Cause she was turning down a bunch of dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm really him, bro. And it's about like 11:45, almost 12 o'clock that night. And I get a call on the radio, and my boss says, we have Carmelo Anthony pulling up to the club. I want you to come to my office. So I'm like, what the fuck? Carmelo Anthony? You talking about like the basketball player? So my boss tells me, yo, listen, we got Melo Anthony pulling up. He's gonna be with a couple of the Knicks. We got him a little section over here, and I want you to be his security for the night, right?
I would have evacuated. I'm going to tell you why. Now, I'm going to tell you why I would have evacuated. Now, if I was a security guard actually doing my job, I wouldn't have evacuated. But if I was a security guard like this guy is, where he's going rogue, trying to secure some punani on the side, I would have left. Because I'm going to tell you a story. I've been at the club one time, and James Harden pulled up, and every single baddie in the near radius got up, started dancing, doing monkey bar trips I've never seen before. These hoes be making a lot of money on the pole. But the point being, if an NBA player comes to the bar or the club, you got to evacuate immediately. No way out of that one.
Right? I want you to be with him. Anybody who takes pictures or videos, I want you to take their fucking phones and don't give it back to them, right? That's specifically what Carmelo Anthony had told the club owner. I think it was because he was going through some situation with his girl at the time or some shit. This was like I forget, man. It was 2021. Forget exactly when, but it was around that time. And he was like, listen, anybody takes pictures or videos, you snatch their phones and you take that shit. I was like, all right, yes, sir. As soon as he told me that, though, I was like, I already know what's going to happen, bro. Melo Anthony's going to pull up, and he's going to try to pull that bitch. I already know, because she was just the baddest bitch there by far. Like, it wasn't even close. So I already knew what was going to happen, bro. So I was like, all right. I wasn't salty or nothing. I was just excited to see what was going to.
Yeah, you wasn't salty. The girl that you've been waiting to 8-hour spans and waiting until she show up to the club and making this video about, you wasn't salty at all when you seen 6'8" Melo that dropped 62 in Madison Square Garden go over there. You can already smell it in the air. You a security guard. You know what's up. But you wasn't salty, though. You know, I don't want to assume. Okay.
Going to happen. Because it was also like, I want to put her to the test. I wanted to see what she was going to do, right? So we got Carmelo Anthony coming in.
This dude saying put it to the test like y'all together and you're testing her. This is a test she's unaware of, or she doesn't even care about this test. You saying that like if she fails the test, you finna come outside with a sign and say you failed, you gotta go. You're nobody. And she gonna show you that in a little bit.
He's not even that tall, bro. He's like 6'4" max. Max, because he was like barely tall. He was like 1 inch taller than me, right? He pulls up with Julius Randle, name drop, and a couple other Knicks, but they all got their hoodies on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this time Melo got like the cornrows, I think, I think it was cornrows. So he's looking different. He lost weight too, so he was kind of skinny. I didn't think a lot of people would recognize him, but he had his hoodie on because he was trying to hide, right? So they got their section, you know what I'm saying, in that corner, and I'm standing in front of that section trying to make sure, like, if anybody's taking out their phones or shit, you know what I'm saying? And I know that these guys are there to pull women, you know what I'm saying? I know that they're there to pull women, so I see that they start looking on the dance floor, right?
You know, the difference between them trying to pull women in the section and you trying to pull women as a security guard is that they're in their leisure time, they're in the off season, they trying to have fun. You were on the job Supposed to be securing Carmelo Anthony in his team, and you worried about Punani that you was never gonna get. She has not shown you one sign that she wants you, man. If you're gonna count that cheat kiss as a sign that she wants you, there's a lot of dudes that's gonna take that the wrong way and think that that means that they want them. And that's the problem, is that girls feel like they can't be friendly with guys because y'all take something like a cheat kiss and believe like, oh, she wants me. Nigga, that's not the case. All
You
right.
start looking around and shit. So I'm already thinking, okay, they're gonna try to pull this chick over here. And it's all cool because I don't hate the player. I hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's all good. So as the time progresses, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes later, once they're in their VIP section, I literally just walk over, right? I walk over and grab that girl by her hand and just walk her into the VIP section. But before I walk her into the VIP section, I tell her, hey, Carmelo Anthony's here, right? And she looks at me like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's him. So I literally just gifted her to him, right?
Yeah, you gifted her. You gifted her, right? If you hadn't gifted it to Carmelo Anthony, he would have never got her. It's because you gifted her. How kind of you to give her to Carmelo Anthony. You're such a good guy. What a Samaritan.
This was kind of a test, too, because I wanted to see what she was going to do. And obviously, she stayed in that VIP section for like 2 hours, right? Drinking. They ordered some bottles and shit, having a good time with they got a couple more girls in there, right? But none of them were as good looking as her. So I was just chilling there, you know what I'm saying? And I was kind of playing psychology on her, right? Because if I'm literally handing her to him, it's almost telling her, hey, I get beautiful women all the time. I don't really give a fuck about you like
No, it's not. That's not. Where are we? Bro, you're reaching. Where are you getting that from? You're doing your job, right? You're a security guard and you're escorting her to the section that Melo wants her in. How is this psychology? You're not choosing to do this because you're trying to make a play. You're choosing to do it because your boss got his ass on his radio and told you to do it. Don't fucking play with me, man.
that. Like, fuck off. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of the energy and the vibe that I wanted her to get, right? And by the time it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock, Carmelo Anthony just passed me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Yo, we out, bro. Thank you." So he's leaving through the side entrance, right? And at this time, I'm trying to peep the side entrance because I lost my eye on the chick, right? But I want to see who's leaving with him. I want to see if this chick is gonna literally leave with Carmelo Anthony that same night, right? So
What would you do if a famous girl pulled up in the club and invited you to the section and you wanted you to leave with her? You would have done it. Let's stop blaming and getting mad at girls for doing what we would have done. I don't want to hear the hypergamy and they choose up. You're not Carmelo Anthony. You ain't dropped no points in Madison Square Garden. As a matter of fact, if I look through my Palm Pilot, you have no accolades that I can search on Google. So of course she's choosing Melo. It's the game. It can happen to me too, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna release it like a dove. There's nothing you can do about that one, my baby. Trust me. Nothing you can do. I'm just trying to help you out.
as they're leaving the side entrance, I see her that she's leaving there too. And I'm like, oh man. Hypergamy at its finest, right? She's gone home with the guy, and I don't blame none of them, bro, because he's just trying to get some ass, and she's trying to get her back blown out and some clout. I get it, bro.
I think the problem is she wasn't trying to get her back blown out by you. You had the same intention as Carmelo Anthony, just minus the accolades, my boy. It's okay. Don't even sit here and try to spin this. I know you're not going to try to sit here and spin this like some way you manipulated this in your favor, and you just take the L and don't make me do this. Don't disappoint me here, please.
Bro, so there's no hate. But that's when I realized, like, yeah, bro. Hate the game, not the player, bro. You know what I'm saying? So she left with him that night. I don't know what happened because I didn't really talk to her ever since. But she did end up pulling up again to the club, right? And that time that she ended up pulling up again, she was trying to like talk to me, like pressure me, like hardcore, right? And I think it was because of the psychology that I pulled on her, right? That I literally just pulled her over and just handed her to him. That kind of fucked with her mind. It was like, damn, this guy probably gets other bitches.
Yep, you hand her over to a multi-millionaire Hall of Famer and it messed with her mind. She wasn't excited to jump on Melo's 6'8" cock, and she was just like playing into your psychology. Right. That's what I said. These red pill dudes will make excuses for days. I gifted her over and I played psychology. Just say he's the better man, I lost. It would be much easier. It would be much easier. We wouldn't have to do
Like,
this.
this is a high quality guy, right? So that's kind of why I think she was like on my dick the next time that she pulled up to the club. But I didn't even pay attention to her. I didn't even say what's up to her. I was literally just ignoring her. She came up to me and talked to me, and I just looked at her and just kept walking like she wasn't even there. I wasn't interested at that point. Like,
And the red pill dudes be so in their head, he doesn't even see the play here. What you do is act like that doesn't bother you, treat her like you've been treating her, and hope you can get some sympathy or goddamn secondhand rebound punani. You're not getting the Melo punani, but she might be like, he played it cool, he not tripping, he still let me in the club, treat me the same. Let me give him some punani tonight. But when you show that clingy ass shit, especially considering the fact that there was no context laid that y'all were even together, nigga. You didn't even have one full text conversation with her. You just blew it. Ew!
That shit to me is a turnoff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that was pretty much the story that I had, bro. It was a lot of these women, bro. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't blame them because I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But damn, leaving with him on the first night, that's how it is, bro. That's how it is out here in these streets. You know, I get a lot of comments on the channel talking about how, oh, those are only club girls. Those are only club girls, bro. The majority of women act the same way. I'm not just talking about club girls, right? I would say that probably like 70% of women act the same, right?
Here we go with that red pill rhetoric. 70%? Like all of Earth is 70% water. That's a significant amount. Like, where are you getting that statistic from? Can you post a link to the census where they went door to door to ask this? Because this is online rhetoric, and this is why red pill guys are in such a loop they can't get out of, because they really believe that 70% of women are all like this. It's not realistic, man, and you need to be in real life. And just because one girl chooses Melo's cock over yours doesn't mean that all girls are like this. A lot of these red pill dudes be hurt, and they make videos like this thinking they speaking facts, but it's really revealing to those that are not into that type of cult shit y'all are into. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Hypergamous as fuck. They don't suppress it. The majority of women cheat. The majority of women lie. The majority of women don't like nice guys. The majority of women are like that. So when I talk about these club women, right, and I get these guys on the comments talking about how, oh, those are just some women. No, bro, those are just most women.
Okay, so you're a security guard at the club, and you're mostly at the club, and you mostly see club girls, and you have an interaction with a club girl where it goes south, but somehow this pivots to the women that aren't in the club. I think what your subscribers were telling you, it being in the club, makes a lot more logical sense. How about you try someone at Barnes and Nobles and see if it goes the same way? Nigga, you're looking in the club. Stop trying to walk out of here with a W, bro. You lost, and that's okay. We all lose. But you lose even more when you lose and try to make it seem like a win. There ain't no consolation prizes on this one. Melo got in that punani, low effort, minimal investment, and you didn't. It's
Those
okay.
are most
Happens.
fucking women, bro. And another thing, I get comments on this fucking channel talking about, oh, you should never take these girls seriously, or the club is not a place to look for a wife. Bro, when have I ever said that the club is a place to look for a fucking wife? When have I said that these girls are quality women? When have I said that these girls, you should date them seriously? When have I ever said that, right? So stop it with those comments, because I'm getting...
You didn't have to outright say it, but you would have tried. If she would have asked you to be her boyfriend on the first and second night, you would have did it, but you didn't get chose. And now you want to go on a tirade like it was because of hypergamy, bro. Maybe she just didn't find you attractive enough, or she just didn't think you was that guy. You can't force every girl to like you, man. And sometimes they don't. Y'all can still be cool, but I feel like how you trying to word this and how you trying to put this little word salad together, it's not working on the Big Reaper. I don't think it's working on any of Reaper gang. We're really sniffing this. We're sniffing it. Come on, man.
Pissed off already. You know what I'm saying? I get so many guys talking about, oh, you should never go in there looking for a girl as a girlfriend or as a wife. Who the fuck said, did I ever say that? Who suggested to get a wife at a club? Who suggested that? Because I sure as fuck did not. So relax, guys. All right. Stop assuming a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that these are quality women, and I'm not saying that's where you should find a wife. All right? Don't get it twisted. But
So what's the point of the video? What's the grand message? Because you looked in a trash place for a good woman and you didn't find it, and then somehow you're trying to turn this into a philosophical piece of garbage. You went for a club girl that was the best looking girl in the club and got mad when a superstar picked her up, which is just club culture. The baddest girl in the club, the guys that are famous and stuff are going to go after. What did you expect? Do you think that she would stop what she was doing, tell Melo, sorry, sit your millionaire ass down. Let me get to this security guard trying to fish for some punani on the side, not even doing his damn job. Let Melo be on the court and let a girl try to talk to Melo while he trying to drop them buckets, see if he talked to her.
Let's be real, though. They represent the majority of women. The majority of women lie. The majority of women cheat on their boyfriends. The majority of women, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I told you guys the amount of times that I had married women coming up to me as a bouncer in the club or in the barbershop, bro, whenever these married women would bring their little kids to get haircuts, And I know I have some clients watching, old clients watching this video, but I don't give a fuck. Bro, these married women will.
This nigga just a slime ball. Every employer, don't hire him. He not trying to do his job. Even when he cutting hair, even when you're doing security, I can't just stay on your post and work, man. I can't stand dudes that ain't thinking about they just what we hiring you for. Do your job. Your job is not to search for punani while you edging my shit up. I wish you would.
Fucking throw themselves at me, bro. Like, throw themselves. It's always the married women. It's always the married women. And that's what fucked me up the most, bro. It's like the married women are the women who cheat the fucking most. And they're the ones that are aggressive as fuck. Like, all these chicks that were like bringing their kids to get haircuts at the barber.
Nah, never mind. We ain't even gonna finish the video because he's somehow trying to siphon a W out of this. He lost all across the board. He was working security trying to fish on punani, tried to get the baddest girl in the club. That didn't work. He tried to text her 5, 6, 7 times with 8-hour gaps in between. That didn't work. He waited on 3 club appearances, and on the 3rd, she chose Melo and jumped on that 6'8" cock immediately. And somehow, he's still trying to spin this like he won. You know what that is for you? That's that red pill for that ass. Stay away from that red pill as much as possible. I'm not trying to knock the guy, but if he had just took his L like a man, I wouldn't be saying this. But trying to mask this like a W, trying to blame all women just because she didn't want you, and even the title of this video, the day an NBA player took my girl. What girl? She never said that y'all were together or gave you any signal besides a Shrek fairy tale kiss on the cheek, which can be perceived as a friend zone gesture. That's not enough. You took that cheek kiss and made it seem like she kissed you on the lips, man. And I shouldn't even be going this long, but it really frustrated me. And I ain't been on this camera in a minute, so I gotta really just get it off my chest. Grand message, and this is just going to the guys. Don't be this guy. Take your L in peace and just walk off. All that time you did with all that explaining and extra texting, you could have been out of there and found a girl that actually found you attractive. Because I promise you, based on the fact that she jumped on that 6'8" cock, she don't. Now that's going to be the end of the video today, guys, but obviously y'all are going to pull out the pitchforks and light them on fire and be like, where you been at for a week or 2 weeks? I got stricken up for my Chase video. So they basically said that on that Chase video is that I was being racist, I guess. They're basically saying that I was discriminating and profiling against my own people. Yeah. I don't like black people. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Big Reaper don't like black people, I guess. But I tried to contest it. It didn't work. And the more I talk about it, it probably inspired me not to get back on this camera because I almost didn't get back on the camera. But I did just because of all the new people that have been messing with the channel. Y'all just have got familiar with me. So it wouldn't be fair if I just put it down, you know, from there. So from this point forward, I'm gonna do a better job of trying to monitor my language, and the review process is gonna be a little bit different from my videos. So my videos are gonna have to get neutered a little bit. And another fun fact, I literally recorded this already and my mic was messed up, so I had to re-record. And at that point, I almost ripped out every lock one by one. So I appreciate everyone being patient with me, man. As you can tell, I've already lost my voice from all the frustrated screaming I've done with this mic and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow. You already know we back on regular schedule, guys. Don't be alarmed, all right? If this ever happens, just hit me up on Instagram or something like that, because if there's a gap that long, you know YouTube is doing something to me, you feel me? So shout out for everyone to be patient. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, that'd be great. It's been your boy, the Big Reaper.
Reaper Online.